Former First Lady Jill Biden and ex-coronavirus task force head Anthony Fauci have been roped into Joe Biden's autopen scandal, News.com can reveal. Calls for Jill and Fauci to be investigated ramped up as Republican Senator Rand Paul suggested they could be called to testify before the House Oversight Committee for their alleged use of the autopen while Biden was in office. President Donald Trump ordered the probe into potential abuses of the autopen after claiming his predecessor was unfit to serve and used the digital signature on government documents during his last months in the Oval Office. The Republican-led House Oversight Committee has already subpoenaed several former Biden administration officials to testify before Congress, and several aides reportedly pleaded the fifth when pressed on Biden's cognitive abilities. Now, Republicans have begun questioning the legitimacy of his 11th-hour pardons. During a recent appearance on John Katsimatidis' radio show, Katz Roundtable, Paul said, even though Anthony Fauci has been pardoned, there is some question whether it's a legitimate pardon. His pardon wasn't signed by President Biden. It's unclear whether President Biden is mentally cognizant enough of the situation to know who he pardoned, Paul said. Hundreds and hundreds of people were pardoned in a day by a mechanical signature from a machine. We do know there's been testimony from the people running the machine that they never talked to the president, that they talked to an assistant that works for the president's wife. Paul took another swipe at the former president, saying, who knew that we weren't being run by Joe Biden, but we were being run by some kind of chief of staff that worked for his wife. That's something a lot of Americans need to know. That person was granting power of pardons and could have taken the country to war, and was never elected. So I think the best way to sort this out is you have to go to court. And I think the easiest way to get this into court is they should indict Anthony Fauci for lying to Congress, and he will make a defense that he's been pardoned. When asked his thoughts on the legitimacy of Hunter Biden's pardon, Paul said the Democrat president didn't take any chances by running it for the autopen. Added Paul, the pardon for Hunter Biden for any crimes committed over the last 10 years, any crimes, was done by personal hand signature by Biden, not the autopen. The probe comes as Trump raged about Biden and Barack Obama amid increased scrutiny over his relationship with convicted predator Jeffrey Epstein. Trump's Justice Department came under fire for closing the Epstein case without releasing additional files and insisted there was no client list.